Good evening. My name is Odie Hawkins, as many of you know, and what I'm doing is reading newspaper columns that I wrote for the African Times newspapers back in 1996, 97. And we decided, Zola Salena-Hawkins, the producer, director, idea person, that this would be a very interesting kind of thing to see what relevance those columns that I wrote at that time would have to this time. We call our little outing Moments in Time. So let's see what we got. This is December, on its way into being 2024. This is written December 15th, 1997. My grandson, Brian, his eyes slitted, his right hand stroking his beardless 13-year-old chin, was the first one to alert me to the discrepancies. "Check it out, grandfather. They're doing it again." It took a couple more seconds of staring at the movie commercial trailer for me to see what he was talking about. This multi-million-dollar piece of animated cartoon film was a holiday lure about the Jews seeking release from their Egyptian bondage, amongst other things. The other things, quickly detected by the 13-year-old eyes of a bright Afrocentric, had to do with the cultural, ethnic, and racial discrepancies that the Eurocentric movie makers refused to stop including in their works. Quick, tell me what you see. Well, first off, it's like everybody is a white boy with a serious tan, even the pharaoh. It had something to do with the noses. They were as aquiline as the artist had been instructed to draw them, even unto the Sphinx figure. Never saw such a collection of nose jobs in my life. This is Egypt? Create a collection of biblical characters with purely European features, shade them with various hues of cocoa, and pretend that Egypt is somewhere in the vicinity of Naples or maybe London. That's been a tough road to hoe in the Hollywood movies for years. They love Egypt. Zola, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They love Egypt.
The idea of Egypt.
You beat me to it. They love Egypt. Always want to stick some stuff in Egypt, but have the hardest time trying to locate Egypt in Africa. Wasn't Cleopatra Liz Taylor's turkey made in Cinecittà Studios in Rome? One would think, with the amount of money dished out to location finders, that they would be aware by now that Egypt has always been a part of the African continent, no matter who held the ruling hand. Oh well, let's keep the usual suspects to the curb for a while. The Department of Peace and Cool. It's been on my mind for about a year. The Department of Peace and Cool, like a State Department office. It would be impossible to think of a better time than now to establish a Department of Peace and Cool. A casual study of all the hotspots on the planet, plus all of the potential hotspots, should be adequate motivation to create this vitally needed bureaucracy. Well, why not? We have a Department of War, of Commerce, tea, agriculture, transportation, welfare. Why not a Department of Peace and Cool? Quickly, before any misunderstanding occurs that might lead to nasty language, physical violence, or even a drive-by shooting, clearly understand that our D of P and C would not be in competition with the UN. Our D of P and C would be a national number. The idea, incidentally, is not stark raving new. The social activist Dick Gregory, they should make condoms in different sizes, he said. Made the proposition to the U.S. government in the late 60s. There's a strong suspicion in our minds that his proposition was classified as a nasty, dirty, pink or red plot and promptly filed under subversive suggestions by dirty, nasty, pink or red Negroes, or something close to that. A Department of Peace and Cool. What's that about? Well, it would have a gaggle of peace and cool people, not police officers, roaming our streets, actively promoting the idea that it is cool to be peaceful. As most of us already know, a tremendous amount of violence is encouraged by the media every day. Road rage may be one of the immediate spin-off from Lethal Weapon 5, or is it 6, and Rocky 8, and Terminator 3, or all of the above. The D of P and C would conduct peace and cool courses in all public private schools, beginning at the kindergarten level. Awards would be given on a weekly basis to those individuals who have done the most to promote peace and cool. Prestigious awards with large sums of self-esteem attached and cash dividends. Finally, after the kinks had been kicked to the curb, the U.S. Department of Peace and Cool would work to establish peace and cool departments in every sovereign nation in the world, minus IMF, World Bank stipulations and strings attached. The eventual rewards from these departments would be more precious than gold. They would be peace and cool. Bless your new year. Bless your new year.
Bless you.
Oh,
Your website, www.odiehawkins.com. And for all the spirits that have left this year, may they rest in peace as we go into a new year.
It.
Yes.
Peace and cool.
Peace and cool.